Hey, folks, good morning to you. This is Randy Wilson. Hope you guys are doing well. Um, yes, I am a consultant with IGT Consulting. IGT stands for Integrated Global Technologies. We are a wholesale telecommunications brokerage, and I'm an agent consultant with the company. And one of the cool things about our business model is that we help businesses go wholesale on their telecommunication services. So if you're familiar with all the different carriers out there, I'll just name a few: AT&T, Comcast, um, Verizon, uh, Cloverleaf Networks. Sure, there's a whole bunch of them out there. Some you know, some you don't know. But the idea is that all of these guys uh, are typically, if you know these guys out there, you're probably dealing with their retail division, if you will. And something you may not know is that all these guys have a wholesale division, or they can engage with you on the wholesale level. And you may not know that this is all relatively new stuff to the marketplace, or not that it's new, but it's unknown. It's unknown to the marketplace. And the cool thing is, though, is that having a relationship with a broker allows us to introduce you to the wholesale aspect of telecommunications, and it's an entirely different way to engage or interact with your telecommunications carrier, primarily phone and internet, but it also includes um, cloud, security, all these different things. And something I want to talk about today is one of the primary benefits, one of the most eyebrow raising benefits to wholesale telecommunications, among other things, is a lowering of your billing. Okay, for telecommunications. Of course, there's other things too, like better customer service, optimizing your current phone or internet system to make sure you have the right bandwidth and all these kinds of things. But lowering the cost is huge. And here's the question: why? Why is lowering your bill such an eye-opening or an eyebrow-raising intrigue right now? Well, because let's face it, guys, the cost of doing business is getting more and more expensive. It shouldn't be too much of a surprise that, your board of directors or your leadership team is probably scratching their heads, looking around, trying to find ways to lower the cost of doing business. Now, I know, especially here in the US, oh, business expenses, tax deductions, all these kinds of things. But on a daily basis, the idea is that how we're going to lower some of these costs of doing business so that we can reinvest in the business. You know, how can we lower the cost of doing business so we can fund some initiatives that are critical to our growth? How can we lower some of the cost of doing business so that we can hire better talent or keep better talent on board? How are we going to lower the cost of business so daily operations is just not a high stress environment? Where you feel like there's a lot of things that are just out of control. The cost of running a facility, be it an office building, a warehouse, or a landing strip. A lot of these costs are out of your control. What's it cost on a lease for you right now? I know that post COVID, during COVID and post COVID, the cost of leasing skyrocketed. At least in some of the circles that I'm familiar with here in Northern California, a lot of businesses went out of business because their leases have gone astronomical. So the cost of doing business is increasing on so many levels. Where can you go as a CEO or CFO, CTO, office manager, engineer, just anybody that's trying to stay afloat or compete or to get an edge or to just increase the bottom line? Where do you go to find those resources? Where do you go to save money and help your business grow? Well, something that most people aren't talking about is telecommunications. A lot of times we pick up the phone, we call the telecom company. It doesn't even matter what they say. I mean, you might have a little wiggle room, like, "Hey, are you running any promotions?" That's probably more on a residential side, but in the business arena, you know, you might think, oh, well, I need phone and internet to survive, to even launch my business. I gotta call the telecom company and get my service right now. The only way I could do business is with these, services. So it's almost like whatever they say on the phone, it doesn't even matter what the price is or cost is. Maybe there might be some promotions, maybe there might be a discount. There's a lot of costs involved with operating your business. Obviously, a lot of them are out of your control. But in the telecommunication side, on the retail side, yes, that too is sort of out of your control. Of course, there's fantastic telecom companies out there, and absolutely, they're going to do their best for customer service and all that kind of stuff. But let me tell you guys something. If you want to see an improvement in customer service, lower costs, I mean, going wholesale, um, not only helps you increase your optimize your network or phone system or internet system. Not only does it increase your customer service, but guys, we see anywhere from 30 to 50% savings on your bill. So if you have a bill that's $1,000. Okay, and we can service any size business anywhere in the world, but $1,000, save 30%. And this is on the conservative side, of course, but that's $300 a month. Okay, $3,600 a year. You can save on on the small side of things. But what if your bill is more like $10,000 a month or more? Well, $10,000, save 30% conservatively. And the way it works is, from what I understand, is the higher your bill is, probably the more likely that you're going to see some savings of, dramatically. The more, no, the bigger your bill, the more dramatic the savings. But the bottom line is 30% of $10,000 a month would be a $3,000 a month savings, or $36,000 a year. Hey, in a lot of circles, $36,000 a year is enough to fund another employee. Okay, maybe a couple of part-time employees, maybe a few remote employees, whatever the case is. But that kind of fundage can help you um, afford growth in your business, and that's really what it comes down to when we're talking about wholesale. So what would you do? What would you do if you could just take find out how much your bill is for your telecommunications, whatever that number is. Maybe you know it already. And then, hey, subtract 30% off of that bill, multiply that by the year, and look at your annual savings. Okay, your annual savings. Even if it's, you know, humble amount of savings, isn't it better that that humble amount of savings returns to your ability to reinvest it in your business? Well, listen, guys, if you would like to talk further about going wholesale and saving some of that money and using those funds to help you better grow your business, operate your business, and put your business in a more optimized, competitive, and superior, operation, then definitely just send me um, schedule an appointment with me on Calendly. Just a few minutes. Just let me know a little bit about what you're seeing in your telecommunications. What would you like to achieve? What are some of the challenges you're experiencing? And at the end of the day, we really just need a copy of your phone bill. All right. So you can see my link at the bottom here, calendly.com/Randy C. Wilson dash IGT. um, I'm a consultant with the company, an agent with the company, and I can help make sure that, hey, worst case scenario, we'll get a telecom company on the phone with you, including your own. and we'll talk about how we can help optimize your phone and internet system for your business and lower your costs. Okay.